everyone. Welcome back to Japan Speaks. Today we tackle a story that has stirred confusion, protests, and even international headlines. Japan's so-called JICA Africa Hometown Initiative. Was this simply cultural exchange or a hidden immigration policy? Let's dive in. On August 21, 2025, during the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, or TICAD 9, the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, announced that 4 Japanese cities would be paired with African nations. These pairings were Imabari City, Ehime with Mozambique, Kisarazu City, Chiba with Nigeria, Sanjo City, Niigata with Ghana, Nagai City, Yamagata with Tanzania. The program was branded as JICA Africa Hometown. The official goal: to promote international exchange, human resource development, and regional revitalization. Importantly, no new visas, immigration rules, or residency privileges were created. But trouble began almost immediately. Some African media reports used the word dedicate instead of designate, suggesting that Japan had handed over its towns. Others, including the Nigerian Presidential Office, mistakenly claimed that a special visa for Nigerians was part of the deal. These errors spread rapidly online, fueling the belief that Japan had secretly opened the door to large-scale immigration from Africa. Within days, protests and angry phone calls flooded the 4 cities. Imabari alone received over 3,400 inquiries by September 1st. Local officials scrambled to reassure residents this was not an immigration scheme. Meanwhile, JICA and the Foreign Ministry issued statements, firmly denying any visa or migration component. International media also picked up the story. The Guardian and Le Monde reported not only on the misinformation, but also on the wave of xenophobic reactions it provoked inside Japan. By late August, the Nigerian government corrected its statement. BBC Pidgin revised its coverage. Yet by then, the damage was done. Even today, some residents remain convinced that hidden immigration is on the way. Inside Japan, this incident struck a nerve. Why? Because debates over foreign labor and immigration are already heated. In recent years, Japan has reformed its technical intern training program into a new, specified skilled worker framework, gradually expanding paths for foreign workers. Many citizens, especially in rural areas, feel uneasy about the pace of change. So when the term hometown appeared, combined with headlines about visas, it triggered a strong emotional reaction. Some residents called it a betrayal. Others worried about crime, cultural clashes, or loss of local identity. Online, nationalist voices claimed Japan was being sold out to Africa. Local governments faced the brunt of this anger. Nagai City reported a surge of hostile phone calls even after corrections were issued. Imabari's mayor went as far as requesting that JICA reconsider the project's name, acknowledging that the wording had misled residents. The Foreign Ministry also admitted fault. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Matsumoto Takashi, pronounced Takashi, publicly apologized, saying, "It cannot be denied that our response was delayed." That delay allowed rumors to spread unchecked. Media and fact-checking groups stepped in. On September 2nd, Japan Fact Check Center debunked viral videos claiming a government official had said, "Immigration cannot be stopped." It was a cut-off quote taken out of context. Still, the damage to trust is real. For many Japanese, this incident confirmed their suspicion. The government may be advancing immigration by stealth. Here's my take. I believe the government when it says no special visas were created. There's no evidence of a legal policy shift tied directly to this hometown project. However, Japan's leaders are not blameless. First, the branding was careless. Calling this Africa Hometown was bound to create misunderstandings. Second, the rollout was rushed, seemingly to showcase results at TICAD. And third, the government's crisis response was slow. In communications, delay is often worse than denial. That delay left space for conspiracy theories to harden. And beyond this specific case, Japan's overall messaging on immigration is muddled. On one hand, officials insist Japan has no immigration policy. On the other hand, they steadily expand foreign worker programs. That contradiction makes people suspicious, and rightly so. So while I do not see a hidden plot here, I do see a credibility problem. The government needs to speak with clarity. What kind of society does Japan want in 20 or 30 years? If exchange programs are just exchange, say so. If long-term migration is on the table, admit it and have the debate openly. This controversy reminds us of a lesson for every democracy. Words matter. Poor communication breeds mistrust, and mistrust fuels fear. What do you think? Is Japan being misunderstood, or is the government playing word games about immigration? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time on Japan Speaks.